What's good? Welcome to the conversation, the pod, whatever you want to call it. We're here, we talking. It's your man DM. I'm here, EJ. You here?
Yeah.
We in this thing as always. And today, whatever time you're watching this, we have a special guest with us, and we just gonna chop it up a little bit. RedIn30, y'all know the RedIn30 pod and all that good stuff. But I got my homie Jaylen with me. What up, Jaylen?
What's up, man? Appreciate
Good,
you
you
having me,
here?
man. Yes, sir.
Man, tell them where you from, Jaylen.
From Richmond, Virginia, Mount Gilead. You know what it is.
Let's go.
Yes,
And
sir.
so
Come on, man.
we in here, and we just gonna have a little conversation. And he don't even know. I ain't even give him no questions or nothing like that. So we kind of just shooting from the hip, man. Just kind of talking about it. But RedIn30, as y'all know, is a 30-day reading of the Gospels, and so it's Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. I always like to say we believe in the entire Bible. We believe the Bible is a story about who you and I are. But we believe the red words tell us who we are in the story. When I talk about the red words, I'm talking about the words of Jesus, the Christ. All we're talking about is Jesus, truth, and you all using
Red word.
He's about to say it. He's about to say
He's
it.
about to go
Look.
for it. He's about to
See,
go for it.
that's what I love, though.
That's EJ thing.
Yeah, he about to say it because I knew he was about to say it because he know it. See, and this is why I'm glad to have him on the pod with us today.
Right.
And this pod is a little different. We're going to shoot another one, but this pod will be a little different because I really want to talk about RedIn30 and what it means and just how it's affected maybe your thought process. We've had a lot of conversations about RedIn30, and one of the reasons I wanted to have you on here is because, you know, I see how much like you're into it. Like you're into it when I'm posting things. You know, you like the first name I see. You know what I'm saying? Even reaching out and having conversations, and we've talked about that before. I like that energy because that's the point. I don't want to just be. I hate to just be a talker.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just out here talking and running it and think that everybody's listening. I want to have the conversation.
Yep.
And the root word of conversation is converse, which means it's supposed to make a change.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I wanted to have you there. Some people want to be on RedIn30 and they be asking, but I'd be like, you know, what's the last episode you watched? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Do you be paying attention? Because if you're not paying attention, then we don't really have nothing in common like that
Right.
concerning RedIn30.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I just wanted to have this conversation. So, you know, I guess we'll jump off in it. Tell me, like, how long you've been kind of like, I guess, keeping up with RedIn30, or just the pod or all the reading or whatever?
Over a year plus for sure.
Over your plus, yeah.
I always, I go to Mount Gilead, so we go to camp meetings and things like that. So
Yep,
I already was familiar with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Very, very fond of
Yep.
what you're about.
Appreciate it.
And so I really tapped in after the last camp meeting. I gotta tap into what he got going on, what he talking about.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm pretty sure I hit you. I was like, you know, you got any stuff I can watch?
Yeah,
like
I remember
hit
that.
you
I remember
before.
that.
I was like, I need to get some more of this,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So you told me about RedIn30.
Yep.
And ever since then, I've been locked into it, bro. Like, I would work at Walmart over the summers.
Uh-huh.
And bro, I'm on my lunch break. I'm watching, because you post every day.
Yeah.
I got to catch a new one on my lunch break.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in the car eating my
I love it.
my Wawa, my hoagie, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, Wawa, explain it. You got to know what it is. Right.
It's
We ain't got no Wawas now.
It's a gas station.
Yeah.
You heard of like Sheets before? You heard of Sheets? No Sheets either?
Nah.
Oh, Wawa is a gas station. They got subs you can get made to order stuff, you know.
Now we got on the run.
On the
Yeah.
run, okay. Or
On the run or something.
Pop and gold, man.
Popping.
Quick Trip. Y'all heard of Quick Trip before?
Quick Trip. I got Quick
Yeah.
Trip. Yeah.
But yeah, so I was just listening. I was really feeding my spirit, you know,
Yep,
because
yep.
you have something that I needed to grow.
For sure.
You know, and I wasn't getting it from nowhere else.
Uh-huh.
Not what I need, not the way I needed it.
Uh-huh.
You know, and the way you break down the Gospels in RedIn30, which you probably gonna talk about
Yep,
soon, but
yep.
it made things so simple.
Uh-huh.
You know, and how you need to really walk this life, like.
Yeah.
And as you speak all the time, like we have a wide misconception of what we're really supposed to be doing here and why,
Yeah.
you know, and how for real, you know. So for those reasons, like I said, I was tapping in for about a year plus, going strong, you know, and I'm thankful for it, man.
Yeah, it's probably, and I'm you know, I know you said it's probably been a little longer than that. I can feel like it's just been just the conversation is, you know, I talked to a young chick the other day, and we just kind of talked about Jesus. She was actually delivering some groceries, and I talked, and I said, "What you know about Jesus?" And she said, "I don't know too much," you know, when I was a kid. And I was able to I talked to her about it, but I didn't have to talk all day long. I had to preach to her, nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to put on RedIn30.
Mm-hmm.
She followed the IG immediately and put on the pod because I like to have the conversation there.
Yeah.
The conversation is there, so like you can just pull it up and go for it. You know what I'm saying? I had to catch myself, man, because I would be putting it on YouTube, and I'd be pulling it down, and I'd be putting it somewhere else. But at the end of the day, I just been trying to put the content. Man, I got over. Come on, EJ, I don't want to lie right now. We got over 100 and
a million.
I wish we did have 1 million episodes. we got about 140, 150.
Nah, it's over 160.
160 episodes.
Yeah.
Just with different subjects. And I'm building a library so that if you got questions, are we sitting here? I got Josiah in the room with up. I got Amari, right? I'm saying it right? Lamar, but they call you Mari, right? Mari, and I got Tifa in here, and then some of the other homies in here. And just to break it down, I'm a church boy at heart. Let me keep it 100. I'm a church boy at heart. I don't remember not going to church.
Mm-hmm.
But I can remember being at a lot of churches, not in my particular church in particular or yours, but just being in church and maybe not quite understanding the move.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I can kind of get with it, but I need to know what the practicality of it is. What is he saying to me? Is it this flighty thing that I can't get my hands on?
Right.
Is it something above me? Am I not good enough? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see if I'm not good enough or not. But then when I started, can I break it down? I don't know if you might have heard it before, but I was on a plane. I was flying on the plane, and I was in the back of the plane, and we were flying. I think we was flying back from I think it was Guatemala, and this has got to be some years back. And I remember being on the plane, and I didn't, we'd all read the Bible, we read scriptures and stuff like that. But I remember I was in Matthew 5. And I was reading this book, shout out to Judah Smith. I was reading this book called Jesus Is. And I only read a part of it. He was talking about Zacchaeus, the story about Zacchaeus. And I started reading Matthew chapter 5. And while I'm sitting on the plane, bro, this is no lie. While I'm sitting on the plane, I don't know what happened, but it broke me down. I started seeing it differently. It wasn't just me reading the Bible no more. I actually saw it talking to me. And I broke down. I can't talk about it too long because I broke down crying in the back of the plane. They looking at me like, man, what's wrong with this man, bro? I'm in wipe my eyes and stuff, trying to be hard and everything, but I'm still trying to, because it felt like something opened up in me. And then I saw that Jesus was talking to me about me.
Mm-hmm.
Not just telling me what to do or telling me I had to fix myself.
Right.
But he was saying, yo, like, you're just like me.
Right. This is who you are.
Mm-hmm. This is who you are, right?
Yep.
And that's crazy because we don't hear that conversation.
Right.
We don't hear that conversation that Jesus is telling us, yo, you're just like me.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm doing, that's what I'm expecting you to do in the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Then even him saying stuff like, I'm not good, ain't nothing good. But God, it makes it so comfortable for me.
Right.
Because sometimes we strive to be so good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so back to it. So give me some, just tell me how, and I know I'm putting you on the spot right now, but just tell me how, and pull your mic over a little bit. When you turn my way, just pull it over so you stay in front of it. Tell me how it's kind of changed your mindset. Because you're a church boy, too. We church kids, right?
Yeah.
And we endeavor to do the right thing. We ain't done it right all the time. I know that.
Right.
Lord, I ain't done it right all the time, right? But we church kids at heart, right? But sometimes I needed to be practical, like right here in my hand, it's tangible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So just kind of tell me like some of the mindsets that maybe some of the things that stuck out to you that might have changed your mindset about a lot of different things.
A lot. It's a lot to get into for sure. But I mean, we'll start with the basics about who you are.
Yep.
Like you said,
yep.
We're like Christ. That's our, like you said, that's our big brother for real.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Under the covering of God. That's our father. So, I mean, when you just take it at that, like, he's not that different than us. He walked his life better than us.
Yeah.
But he's right here with me. Like back in those days, he was right there walking with the disciples, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when I think of it that way, it's like he's a model. He shows you how that is very possible to be righteous, to be all those things. You know what I'm saying? In this life, you can get spiritual, but you know what I'm saying?
It's practical,
right?
Yeah,
you know
it's
what I'm
practical.
saying? Yeah. So that's one. That's probably the biggest thing for real, and that kind of bleeds over into how you act, how you walk, what you do.
Yeah.
And even with my platform, you know, I do TikTok or whatnot.
Yep.
It's growing.
Shout out to TikTok out, man.
TikTok. X.jwood.x. You type in Jwood, it'll show up. I do like.
We'll put it on the bottom of the screen too. Yeah, all that little fancy stuff, you know,
fashion and stuff like that. But you know, it's with my platform, I thank God for it. But I make sure that I'm careful about what I put out to the masses.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
I want to be representation of Christ and what He want me to be.
Yep.
You know, and
without having to say Jesus Christ
exactly.
T-shirt.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, just the way you carry yourself and how you don't act
Jesus,
like the
my big
world.
homie.
Yeah, facts. But yeah, this how you can separate yourself from the things of the world and what the world does. You know what I'm saying? So those are probably two things that in my mindset for real that made a lot of impact on me, man.
Yeah, in this world, but not of it.
Exactly.
You know, and I would hear Jesus saying, you know, you were sent here for a reason. And what we do, we're living. Some of the homies in the room, you know, when they say going to 11th and 10th, you know what I'm saying? You going to high school, and a lot of times, even at my age, even at your age, different ages, we're still sometimes looking for purpose.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
We might be in a profession, but we're still looking for purpose, and those are two different things sometimes.
Right.
But even in that, Jesus shows me purpose and tells me that I'm here for a reason. And so there's something that is in me that He sent me here to make happen in this world.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's more than just being flawless.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The word righteous, you know, righteousness, and we get all, you know, deep about it, but it really just means your equity. It means the part that you have to play, not only the part that you have to play, but the part that you can benefit from. You have a right. God is your Father as well. So it's not that, oh, Jesus did all this stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then we got to ask Him to do it. Did you know, Mara, there's a place in the Bible, there's a place in the Bible, Jesus says, don't ask me nothing. Y'all knew that? He got a spot. He was like, it sounds weird because we be asking Jesus all kind of stuff, don't we? He was like, Jesus, he said, the Son of Man gonna be revealed in that day. You're not gonna ask me nothing. You're gonna go to the Father for yourself. Right. I said, whoa. Yeah. I ain't never heard that one.
It's heavy.
Nobody ain't preached that one to me, right? And I was like, what is He telling me? Oh, He trying to tell me that you got it too.
Right. Yep.
Right. You see what I'm saying? Yep. So if I'm walking on water, you can walk on water too. Now, I don't know if we got a reason to walk on water nowhere. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't never been nowhere where I had to walk on water, but I believe if I had to, I could.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Not to show off or whatever, but it just is what it is. Right. If He told me that I got it, then I got it.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
And there's a word I use. It's in a dogmatic way. Now, if you don't understand what dogmatic means, it almost means like I guess dogmatic, the word dog is the best way to see it. It's almost like a pit bull. Like you grab onto it and you don't let it go.
Yep.
Like I don't care what nobody else is saying to me or how they trying to explain it to me. I understand He's telling me about identity. Mm-hmm. And so I hold on to that concept and I don't let it go no matter what.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so this is one of the reasons I started doing RedIn30. Well, I go back, one of the reasons I started doing music years back is because I'm a music lover. I love all kinds of music. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But a lot of times I didn't hear the conversation that I needed to hear represented a lot of times. Okay. You understand what I'm saying? It's like you know, and I'm not just talking about the whole, you know, you used to call it JPMs. You got to say a certain number of Jesuses per minute, like in the super gospel music, like, oh, God. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying I need you to tell me something about where I'm at and where I need to be,
right?
And talk to me for real, right? And I would see all the homies not having that conversation. Either somebody talking to them that's too deep, or they too far gone, or they too spiritual, or they fake spiritual.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And now I'm gonna say yes, ma'am, and yes, sir. But I don't really understand what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really get down with what you're saying. That don't seem like it fit me.
Right.
Yeah.
But then when I start seeing Jesus, He doesn't talk like that.
Right.
And most people don't know it. That's why. And when I see Jesus as well, I realize that all the rest of the Bible is totally good. That's why I say it's a story about us.
Right.
But the red words tell us who we are, because Jesus is the only one that is enabling us to be just like Him.
Yep.
All the rest of them say, look at me, look at me, look at me. Jesus says, no, you are like me.
Yep.
The works that I do, you can do the same ones.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Yep. And so I wanted it to be to a place to where, and even when you come holler at me last year about that, you'd be surprised how much stuff like that, you know, encourages me.
Right.
Because that's the gist of it.
Right. Yeah.
Like this is the epitome
right.
of what I wanted it to do.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wanted, when you talk, I said, it's hitting. Oh, okay, so I know I'm not crazy.
Right,
exactly.
exactly.
I ain't crazy, I ain't tripping.
Right.
And I knew I needed to say it like this, because there's ears that need to hear it the way that I'm saying it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I need to hear it the way that I'm saying it.
Yeah.
I'll be going back. I'm going to go back and listen to this. I'll be tripping. I was listening to the one we did the other night. We did one called Tangible, and I was listening to it all day long because sometimes as we're having the discussion, I'm hearing things that I didn't know was in there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Just by having the conversation. Most people don't know that about Jesus. He was a conversationalist.
Yep.
Everything he was doing through conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so you was tuning in when I was dropping them joints.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day. I was waiting for him. I'm like, I need it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just stopped for a period. I'm like, I did.
He
must be going to somewhere. He gearing up for some moving in a different direction. So I get it. But now I was going back to listen to some of the ones. I'm like, I need to go like listen to this one, this one. Because it was still, like I said, I still get something from it. It was still, you know what I'm saying, edify me. And, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Yeah, and it helped me, too, because I think it was a good move. Shout out to Pastor Jay. Shout out to Nakia. We started with us 3, but we were doing these, like, hour and a half, 2-hour pods.
I watched some of those too.
And they're dope. They're dope. Yeah. They're dope. But as time changes, you know, with the TikToks and the gram, everything is a little quicker now. The timelines are quicker.
Yep.
And whether we like it or not, sometimes attention spans get a little shorter. I'll listen to long pods still that people have, but it's only if I'm driving somewhere for like 2 hours, 3 hours. I'm probably in a regular day of regular movement. I'm probably not about to sit down and listen to like a 2-hour pod. Right. Or if it is a 2-hour pod, it might take me like 3-4 days to do it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But what I did, I started doing RedIn30 and 30.
Yep.
Doing 30-minute joints. And when I started doing the 30-minute joints, we started running it up. Woo. I was coming in here, and we about to get back to that energy a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I got a new baby, so you know my baby been changed life a little bit. Yeah. But we were running up, man. We'll come in.
Do like 4. I think with the max we did like maybe like 5.
We did 5, so that's like 2.5 hours. Into one day, we was 2.5 hours. We just running it.
Change the clothes and everything.
Change the clothes, change the clothes and change the background. Let's go.
That makes sense though, because you dropping every day, so you probably got something ready to go.
Yeah.
Already, you know what I'm saying? And then you was doing the 24-hour live stream on YouTube.
Yeah.
I have it running too, like in my room at school. I have it playing on my TV and whatnot.
See, this is why we have this conversation, because I know that I'm not tripping. I be in here having these ideas of doing things, and I be like, you know,
that was a good idea.
Yeah, and then that lets me know I'm not tripping. I still got it running somewhere. I got something on it now. I got it running, but I'm about to get it back popping, and I'm also redropping everything.
Okay.
I'm redropping everything on my Donovan Montreal YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I still got the RedIn30 YouTube, but I'm redropping everything on the Donovan Montreal YouTube. So it's almost like a brand new audience, a brand new set of people, and we're kind of dropping them once a week. You know what I'm saying? And then doing all the shorts and all that good stuff like that. Yeah. And plus the new ones, because we recorded like 3 last week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got the Patreon joint and all that stuff too. So I'm trying to work on it. I heard something today. I'm not even going to say it. Well, I did hear. I'll say it so y'all can hold me to it. I heard something today and it told me bypass the socials.
Come on, man.
I heard that this morning. It was in the service that bypass the socials. And so I don't really know what that means, but I'm about to dig through it to see what it is I got to do.
Right.
To do what was said to me. But anyway, just dropping them joints. And so what I did, we ran them up. We ran them up, man. Yeah. But I was running them up and I wasn't releasing them.
Okay.
So I ran them up. We wasn't releasing them for. It was the longest. Like we just in here, just like I don't know what we doing, but we recording. And we was editing. I was editing them like it's ready to go.
We
and everything
faster too. We made it faster. We did the one shots.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think we just running it straight in one camera.
Yeah, just one camera.
One camera and audio.
Yep.
And then I think we started doing it through the Black Magic joint too.
Yeah.
So we didn't even have to do 2 separate things. It was just audio and video on one card.
Yep. And just take it out, cut the beginning, cut the end, and we don't get too fancy. Right. I'm trying to get fancy.
Right.
I'm trying to do all the little lower thirds with the yeah. I'm trying to get in. I got a few little programs that help me out, man. Shout out to AI. So I ain't talking about Allen Iverson either. So shout out. So I've been trying to get a little fancier with it, but it's easy to run up that way. And I'm gonna be honest, the conversation consistently goes on.
Yeah.
It's just finding time to have the conversation.
Yeah.
Finding time to sit down, turn the lights on, and have the conversation. Because my mind is always running like that. Like it don't stop. Like my mind, like we can be going outside and something happen and we talk about it. You guys EJ them, and I'd be like, see, that's how it goes. And it's not like preaching or nothing.
Right.
But it's like there's so many things that God be trying to show us on a regular.
Right. Yep. Right.
And most people want to over spiritualize it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Then you got to put the slow music on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You got to start praying in tongues or something like that, and then God gonna talk to you. But he just show you some things in a regular everyday motion if you're paying attention.
He really will.
That's the key word. Paying attention. So RedIn30, and I'll just explain it for the fellas in the room. RedIn30, the reason we call it RedIn30 because it's a 30-day reading of the Gospels. That means it reads through Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John in 30 days. It's like 3 chapters a day, right? And we read it. What I've been doing mostly lately is listening to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just listen to the 3 chapters a day. You know what I'm saying? Because I hear something that sometimes I won't even catch while I'm reading.
Right.
But the point of it is to well, we were just talking about running track, right? We were just talking about sports, right? When y'all have practice, how often you got practice? You know what I'm saying? Almost every day, every school day for sure, right? Now, there's a reason for having practice every day. Because you practice every other day, then your conditioning may not be straight. You know what I'm saying? You may not get better at what you need to get better at. But the daily practice and the daily reps, the reps. You play ball, right?
I do.
Yeah. So the reps matter, don't they?
Very important.
Mm-hmm.
Very important.
Yeah, the reps and the reps the right way matter. And so it's the same thing. It's a conditioning of your soul.
Yep.
In what I call the red words is the word of Jesus talking, because Jesus is fulfilling everything that we're trying to figure out about ourselves.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And so you have to put yourself in there and condition on the regular.
That kind of goes my question too. You know, you first get into the red words. What like when you first got into it? Was it like, oh, what is going on? What you saying? Like, I don't understand what you're saying.
It's trippy.
Yeah, it's very trippy, dog. Like I remember doing it and being like,
yeah,
what are you talking about?
Yeah,
I gotta read it again, and I'm like, I still don't know what he's talking about. But then I kept going. I was like, oh, that's what you're saying.
About. Definitely like a big epiphany moment.
Yeah. That's the word. That's the word.
Because it's like, wow. Like I said, this is we supposed to do these things as well. You know what I'm saying? And we reading about how Jesus walked the earth that time he was here and doing it, telling us exactly what to do. And we out here stressing every day over stuff that really don't matter.
Stuff that really don't matter.
Of where we going, what we got. You know what I'm saying? Like that part for me was like, wow, like take no thought for tomorrow.
Yeah, take no thought.
We don't got nothing to worry about. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, we in alignment. He gonna take care of us.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So grasping that was the most amazing part. You know, and I'm glad I did. And now for me, now I know what to work towards. Work towards worrying less. Work towards
it's a peace of mind, bro.
Yeah, bro.
For real. Yeah. I actually got a scripture too that I've been meditating on recently. It's Philippians 4:8, and it talks about focusing on things that are true and are righteous, a good rapport. As the God of peace will be with you.
Think on these things.
Think on these things. And the God of peace will be with you. And that I've meditated on that a lot, and it's helped me. But that goes back to the Gospels.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I'll put one to you right now. Philippians with it. That's 4. If you go to 2, you heard me say this before. But in Philippians 2 and 5, it says, "Let this mind be in you, which was also in Christ Jesus." And then now that whole conversation comes together because this the mind. Think on these things, whatever's just, whatever honest, whatever's good report, whatever lovely. Think on it. You know what I'm saying? It conditions your mind. Man, we live, man, like what we living at right now, man, it's trying to stress us.
Right.
Definitely.
Man, it's stressing us at 15, 16 years old. We stressed. Like this ain't no bad confession, but it be trying to have us stressed, bro.
Yeah.
Real.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes the only thing that's speaking to our state of mind sometimes is some other kinds of music that ain't really taking us nowhere. It's speaking to the state of mind, but it's not telling me how to have a better one.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And so just the piece of it all, like I'm not tripping.
Yeah, it's invaluable. Having that true peace from God is literally invaluable. You can't put no price on it.
You can't put a price on it, bro. You can't put a price on it. And that's what he says this. Jesus says this in the red word. He said, watch this. He says, watch how he says it, y'all. And it's so clear and it's so simple, but we make it so deep. He says, my peace I leave with you. He said, not the peace that the world gives. I said, wait, what you saying? You saying there's 2 kinds of peace? You mean to tell me there's a fake peace, but then there's the peace that you leaving me? Yeah, and it makes me understand, okay, well, now my next question is, okay, what kind of peace you leaving me?
Right.
What you mean when you say you leaving me a certain peace and it's not like that one?
Right.
What is the peace the world got?
Right.
And now it makes my mind start, the gears in my mind start wheeling, and then I start paying attention to my life around me. I start looking around. I ain't gonna lie, RedIn30 had me looking at people sideways, bro.
Yeah.
RedIn30 had me like, I was paranoid, like not paranoid in a bad way, but I was kind of like,
Me too.
What, I gotta say, like, man, these niggas tripping.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
What y'all talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it really had me. I think that's what you're saying too, EJ. It really had me on some. Boy, we ain't. Boy, we gotta change all this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I understand where we are as a people and as society, and understand we only know what we know. But I feel like, you know, it grasped me, and probably the same way with you in times to come too. We'll have more conversation about this, because for me, it started making it in my life journey. Like, I got to say these things that somebody ain't pointing out.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
If any man come at me, let him deny himself. Yo, like, why we not hearing this?
Right.
Like, even today, I learned for the first time. We were talking in it today. I didn't even know there was like a teenager came to him. Usually they say in the King James, it'd be like the rich young ruler.
Oh yeah. You talking about when they went to go find David?
No,
King David.
No, I'm talking about when I was reading this morning when he came to. Oh, you wasn't in there. You wasn't in there with. Okay, yeah. You when there's a with a story about the rich young ruler. The rich young ruler come running to ask Jesus, what can I do now to hear eternal life? Yada yada yada. And they would call him the rich young eunuch in the King James version. But then when I looked at another translation, I think it was called the New Century Version. It was like a teenager came to Jesus. I said, what? This is my first time seeing it, bro. I've been reading 30 in it, you know what I'm saying? Reading the gospel and all that. But it's just a teenager came to Jesus and asked, what do I need to do to be better? He called him good master. And Jesus replied to him and said, man, don't call me good, bro. Like, don't call me good. Ain't nobody good but God. If anything good about me, it's only what God has put in me. Don't call me good, bro, because any minute I could be, I'm in the same skin you got.
Right.
Yep.
I'm living in the same era and the same, community as you. Don't call me good. Ain't nothing good but one that's God.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? But then he goes on, and we'll talk about the story later, but it just was cool that it says a teenager came to him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's these things that just reading it over and over again, you begin to get some understanding, because sometimes we think, Jesus is all about the adults.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? Church is about adults. Everybody needs to grow up. Right. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times he's talking, in that same one, he talks about the little children, and he's talking about the teenager. And then he says this, watch this will trip me out. And I know the elders will get mad at us sometimes. Well, I really don't care. The elders get mad at you sometimes, but he says, except you become as one of these little ones, you won't even see the kingdom of God. Sometimes that means you too grown to understand how I'm doing things. Right. That's too easy.
Right.
It's too simple.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's where RedIn30 comes in. That's where this conversation comes in, because we have to reveal the simplicity.
Imagination too dull.
Yeah, the imagination too dull. Imagination too dull. And then we can get into all the miracles and stuff. That's imagination, bro.
Right.
Yeah. Like people don't say it like that, but Jesus had imagination, bro. For the spit and dirt and put it in a man's eyes and tell him go wash, and that's how you gonna get it done.
For real.
Yo, that's imagination, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you take the water pots, the holy water pots, and say go fill them up with water and go serve and then turn it into wine. That's imagination, bro. Like for you to think that something like that could happen, that's crazy. That's imagination, bro.
Yep.
He's really teaching us how to think big.
Yep.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And so I can appreciate that. And then I also said this, and I'm gonna say this, then we're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna move on to the next pod. But what RedIn30 also has done for me is it made me start taking I had to start paying attention to life. I was like, yo, I ain't seeing this stuff that Jesus said. We ain't seeing this. You know what I'm saying? I don't really see this at service. You know what I'm saying? I don't really see this at the. I don't really. We ain't seeing this like we should see it. So now I got to see what is he really saying? What am I missing it at? If he said these are the work that we're supposed to do, and I'm not seeing them, then I need to take an audit of my life and my mind and see what I need to change.
Right.
You feel me? Yeah, and so, I guess we could say this has been the RedIn30 pod. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever, but I just wanted to have the conversation. We'll have more. I think it's cool like this to even discuss things. I remember even recently, you kind of hit me up with some questions.
I did.
You
a question about what should we ask for? Should we even ask for anything? From, Father, but I hit you with some questions.
Yeah. And matter of fact, we keep it going. I ain't worried about the time, because tell me the question you were asking.
I was asking you for about like, so we how we supposed to pray or whatnot, but are we really even supposed to ask for anything?
Right.
if He's gonna take care of us. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, seek ye first the kingdom of God and all these things He add unto you. You know, you have all every parts in the Bible where it's like, you know, you have to ask for nothing.
Right.
But then again, the other parts where it's like, asking you shall receive. And so I was trying to figure out, you know, what you had to say about that. And you could help me have some more understanding.
Did I help you? How I helped you?
Did you answer it?
I did.
I think you did.
I did.
You did.
I did.
But you can redo that for me.
I'll run it because a lot of times, so when I see Jesus, He becomes the template. Mm-hmm. So whatever Jesus says is the template of whatever's being said.
Right.
That point blank. That's the bottom line. So I bring everything to the obedience of that.
Okay.
Right. So when I hear them asking again, you know, the word pray means to ask or to request. Mm-hmm. Most people think prayer is a conversation. Prayer is really not a conversation at all. They think prayer is a conversation with God or whatever. But I ain't really got nothing to say to God. Like, I know that sounds weird.
But He knows everything.
What I got to say to that man? All I need to say is, yo, like, I'm here, I'm listening. You already know what it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Besides me confessing that, I'm going to be honest with you. I know that you know, but I just want you to know that I know that you know. You know what I'm saying? Right. Besides that, this is more of a listening conversation than anything.
That's good.
Yep. I speak when spoken to. You know what I'm saying? Like, the energy. So when I get to, so now it's a prayer, it's a request. So now when you ask and you receive, right? But He said, anything you ask in my name, my character. Well, what is His character? What Jesus says, when you pray
like this.
Pray like this. So every time He's talking about asking, He's talking about asking for the will.
Always.
A lot of times, let me tell you something else about Jesus too. Jesus is trying to eliminate the dummies. I don't want to call nobody dummies, right? But He's trying to eliminate the takers. They got some people that's trying to get in and don't want to die for it and don't want to give their life for it and don't want to be sincere about it, but they want all the benefits.
Right.
Yeah.
So He's going to do little tricky stuff. He's going to say different little things, and you won't understand. You'll think off your selfish thoughts. We did a pod called Self Can't See, right?
Yep.
Off of your selfish thoughts, you'll try to do it that way, and what He'll do is He's eliminating you out the way now because you won't even take the time to see what He's really saying.
Right.
So whenever He's talking about praying, He's talking about praying like this.
Yeah.
And it's all under that template of our Father who art in heaven. Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts. We forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. It covers everything.
Yep. And you know, I say that prayer every single day now because of watching your podcast.
See, there it is.
And I don't go a day without it.
That's
matter.
It.
I'll go to sleep at 2 a.m., 3 a.m.
Huge.
Don't matter. I say if I go to sleep, say when I wake up. Bro.
Huge. And see, what's crazy was when I learned it when I was younger, a lot of times we learned it so religiously.
Yeah.
And I remember hearing a man say that, you know, we're past the Lord's Prayer. And I was like, how do you get past the Lord's Prayer? How do you mature past the Lord's Prayer?
Crazy.
When He says, when you pray like this.
Right. And you passed what Jesus said.
How you pass what Jesus said?
Yeah, that's crazy.
You see what I'm saying? And so now, and I guarantee, let me tell you something about that prayer. What that prayer is going to do, most people think prayer is magic. They think I'm going to say, prayer and poof, it's going to show up. That's what they're waiting on. They don't understand that the request is a process, right? Now watch me. Now, it's not a process for something to get to you. Y'all hear what I'm saying, all right? It's not a process for something to get to you or something to come to you or something to show up. It's actually processing you.
Yep.
Our Father who art in heaven.
Yep.
When we say God is our Father, we make ourselves one with God. Yeah, that's what that means. When you call God your Father, you automatically says, I'm one with you, God. You one with me and I'm one with you. Whatever you got, I got. Whatever you do, I can do. Right? Hallowed be thy name, thy character, the way that you act, the way that you think, the way that you do things, the power that you have. Holy is your character. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. Your ways, the kinship, me being kin to you, all of that be done. Watch this. In earth. We're made from the dust of the earth. In earth as it is in heaven. The same time and the same way that heaven is functioning inside of me and coming outside. So when I pray this prayer every day, right? Do y'all know the Lord's Prayer? Do y'all know it? Y'all know it. Y'all should memorize it if y'all don't know it. Because what I do when I pray it every day, it begins to process me and I begin to change without trying to change.
Right.
That's good.
You get me?
Yeah.
Like stuff in me. Let me tell you what happened. Because I couldn't list all the stuff that I wanted to change. It's too much. It's too much BS. Like, it's too much. You know what I'm saying? It's too many things. And some stuff I need to change, I don't even know I need to change. Right. It's just whatever. But when I begin to say, you know, our Father is, thy kingdom come, thy will be done. What are we saying now? Now I'm giving permission for me to be processed.
Yep.
And it started to change me. And before you know it, I wake up and I'm changed. And the habit that I've been trying to break for so long that I couldn't break, I couldn't break it because I was trying to break it.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
But when I gave it up, a lot of times, you're trying to break something.
Mm-hmm.
You see me? Like you're trying to break something with your hands. Sometimes stop trying to break it and let it go.
That's it.
Yep. You got to worry about it no more.
It sounds so simple, don't it? Right? Just don't break it. Don't, because anything you can break like that, they can fix it.
Yep.
Somebody can mend that back up and put it back in your life. No, I let that go.
Yeah.
I give it up. I surrender. Right? And when I surrender, that's crazy. I just learned that just now. I'm gonna play this back. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
But the prayer process is you.
Mm-hmm.
The if prayer is a request, right? Then when I pray this, what is really allowing is what God is requesting of me to come out of me.
Yep.
That's good.
Yep.
Y'all say God wants something from me? Yeah. God is trying to request something from me. I thought God got everything. Yeah, he got you too. There's a reason you're here, because he got something in you that he's trying to request out of you. Just like a seed in the ground, any kind of seed that you put in the ground, on the inside of it is either the flower, the plant, the fruit, the vegetable, whatever it is. It's all on the inside of that seed, but it don't look like it right at that moment.
Yeah.
Well, you're the seed of God.
Yeah. Yeah.
So because you're the seed of God, we're going to talk about this some more tomorrow when we get together too. Because you're the seed of God, he's trying to plant you in his earth and in hope that you blossom and take root and then come out, because there's something in you that God wants to put out here.
Yep.
Yeah.
I could go on forever with that, but but this is what RedIn30 does.
Be fruitful.
Yeah.
Be fruitful, multiply, replenish,
Exactly.
subdue.
Exactly.
It begins to change us from the inside. So I allow the prayer to change me.
Mm-hmm.
I allow the prayer to change me and to process me, even in the places that I don't think I need to be processed. Sometimes I think I'm smart.
Yeah.
I just keep it a buck. Sometimes I think I know, and when somebody tell me something, they don't really know what's up. I got it. You know what I'm saying? And y'all gonna know this, the higher you're getting, I don't want to say older because we don't get old, but the higher you get in age, sometimes the ego starts getting stronger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you start getting, and then you start, and it's rightfully so sometimes, because you're told you got to be responsible, you got to handle it, be a man.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And it's true, be a man,
Right.
but God teaches us how to be a man based on what God is calling us to be as sons.
Right.
Yep.
We say be meek and lowly at heart.
Meek and little heart, and you find
Right.
rest for your soul.
Indeed.
You're working too hard,
Indeed.
right? When you're running track, right? There's a certain way you got to get out the blocks, huh? Is there a technique to it? Technique, or you just get out there and just run? Mm. Until it feel right to you.
Mm.
Until it fits you.
Mm-hmm.
You just broke that down to me.
Yeah.
It's the same way with jumps. If you feel like your jump is not a certain way, you change your technique for it, and you set yourself up. You try it. If it don't work for you, try and change it up a little bit.
Mm.
It's like with every single event that you do, including your distance event.
Mm.
If you feel like you went out too early and your stamina, you ran down low, try and change it up a bit. Try and coast first to save your stamina, and then pick it back up towards the end.
Mm. And you had to learn that. Everything you just explained to me, you had to learn how to do that, huh? Because we all know how to run.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If we get outside and the dog get to running, everybody gonna run.
Yeah.
We all sprinters right there. You know what I'm saying? But when it's time to do it professionally at another level, now there's a technique.
That's good. Yeah.
Y'all get it? So all Jesus is teaching us is technique.
Technique.
There's always a way that you can do things, but now I got to get out the blocks the proper way.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? My footing got to be, and the way I get out the blocks makes all the difference for my race.
Right.
Y'all see what I'm saying? And so Jesus is teaching me how to set my foot.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro, it's all in there. Like it's what y'all want to talk about.
It's good.
What y'all want to talk about, and we can talk about Jesus in it.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, because he's talking about it all. But we don't know that because it gets religious. You know what I'm saying? And it gets like
spiritual,
Yeah, then it starts talking about right and wrong and those things. And right and wrong is a real thing, but the way that you determine right and wrong is not by trying to be good or not be bad, but it's really realizing the truth. You should know the truth. You ever heard that before? You ever heard that before? You should know the truth, and the truth will make you free. You ever heard that before? Yep. Yeah, that's a real thing. Y'all see what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so, but this is, I don't want, this is what we mean when we say red. This is what I'm talking about, RedIn30.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You know what I'm saying? I believe in the entire Bible. I really, really do. And I respect it all. I love Paul, and y'all know, name some of the Bible characters. Y'all know any Bible characters? Any random ones, anyone's. Come on. The popular ones, who? Adam, all right. Joseph, come on. Huh? John. Oh, there's a bunch of them. I love all those guys. Moses, Noah, Abraham, David, Solomon. Listen, I really love all those guys. I really love the stories and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But there's only one of them in there that told me, first of all, there's only one that died for me.
Yep.
Right? There's only one that died for me, but he's really dying to show me how to die to myself.
Yep.
To the whack version of me. Yeah. To the trash version of me, to die to that. Y'all feel me? Then he's the only one that did things that I never saw anybody else do, but then told me that I can do them. Yeah, he the one that told me that. And so I appreciate all the rest of the guys, man. That's cool. I can get a few little, sound bites from them or good stuff like that. But Jesus says, nah, that's you. Mm-hmm. Nah, you, what I do, you gonna do it.
Yep.
And then we're gonna change everything. We're gonna change our communities and our families.
Right.
And everywhere we set our foot at is gonna change because we're being who Christ is supposed to be.
Yeah. Right.
You get it? Man, we'll go on. This has been RedIn30, guys. I appreciate it, bro. Appreciate you sitting in. You, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I hope more people check it out. RedIn30, RedIn30.com, all that good stuff. YouTube, Instagram, all that. Y'all follow all that stuff. Download a bunch of all that stuff. Shout your socials out again.
Jay Wood. You can find it anywhere. Just type Jay Wood. I promise.
There it is. Yeah. He said you can find it anywhere. Just type Jay Wood. I promise. You can find it anywhere. It's RedIn30, guys. We out. You want to leave out some music, EJ? What we doing?
Yeah, come on.
What we doing? Same thing? All right, let's go. Here we go. Let's go. I have no idea when y'all gonna get this song.
But you be holding all the music.
It's actually out somewhere right now on streaming. Where? But I got an alias name. I'm going to tell you off the mic. Hey. Find me in the closet with a safe, go. 33 horses in the stable. Hey, they be hating on me sometimes. They be hating on me when I talk too real, bro.
Yeah. They can't help it, bro.
They can't help it, man. So I gotta move a certain way, yeah. I'm doing my thing on the low.
Alias name, yeah. We gatekeepers, bro.
Hey, bro. He said I'm gatekeeping. Oh man, we out.